Hi, my name's Nate. Just recently did my first powerlifting meet. The numbers I hit for squat were 545, bench 352, and deadlift 578. And these are my top 10 tips for your first powerlifting meet. Tip number 1 is to open light. You're going to want to choose a weight that's around 90% of a 1 rep max you recently hit in training. You want to do this so you can gain confidence and make sure you have your technique down before you move on to your next attempts. Tip number 2 is to read the rule book. You'd be surprised how many people go into their first meet without even reading the rules. You need to know what equipment's going to be allowed, whether you were allowed to wear knee sleeves or wrist wraps, and you also need to know how the judges are going to be judging your technique. Tip 3, tell people it's your first powerlifting meet. They're going to be more willing to help you out, answer your questions, and maybe give you suggestions or advice that you wouldn't have even thought of. Tip number 4 is to bring snacks. A powerlifting meet is often an all-day event that could take upwards of 6 hours. So you're going to want to have snacks on hand. Ideally, you're going to want simple, fast-digesting carbs. My go-to snacks are gummy bears, pretzels, because they're a good source of carbs and they have sodium in them, and Gatorade. Tip number 5 is to create an attempts chart. In USAPL, you only get 1 minute after your last attempt to select your next attempt. So you want to have a pre-planned idea based on how your last attempt went of what the next weight you're going to choose. Ideally, what I like to do is have a conservative, ideal, and an aggressive number in mind in kilograms of what I'm going to do based on how the previous attempt moved. Tip number 6, write out the warm-up attempts you're going to take before you get on the platform in kilograms. If you're like me or most people in the US, you train using pound plates. So you want to have an idea of what warm-up weight you're trying to hit for your warm-up sets before you get out on the platform, so you're not fumbling around trying to do conversions in the warm-up room. Definitely bring a coach, whether that be an actual coach that has experience in powerlifting meets or a friend who's done a previous powerlifting meet. It's going to be helpful though to have someone that kind of knows the ropes, that can walk you along on what you need to be doing when, and can answer any questions you have because they have that experience. Tip number 8, email the director of the meet any questions you may have beforehand. It's your first meet, you're likely gonna have questions, whether that be on the rules, on the equipment allowed, on logistics of meet day. So don't be afraid, the director's there, that's his job to help you and to answer your questions. So reach out ahead of time and email him. Tip 9, don't cut for your first meet. There's going to be a lot of things running through your mind and stuff you need to worry about, and adding in a weight cut is not something that you should do going into your first meet. Tip number 10 is to have fun. You're there to get experience and have a good time. Invite your friends and family to come out and support you, plan something fun to do afterwards to celebrate. And if the day doesn't go how you'd like, keep your head up. It's just your first meet.
Good! Nice! There you go. Light work. Good! Nice!
Was that a third? Oh my God.
Thanks for watching my top 10 tips for your first powerlifting meet. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below and make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram for more tips, follow me at Nate Melky Fit. Take care, guys.